Good morning. Sorry, I forgot to bring my microphone, so my voice may not be that clear. Okay, I've heard some rumors going around saying that Tengku Zafrul, actually I don't know what is his position anyway, something to do with Ministry of Finance or MITI or whatnot, okay? That the exemption of duties for EVs will discontinue after 2025. You know, this is the exact reason why we cannot develop things, because of all these decisions that are short term. Okay, put it simply, it is this reason that the unknown future circumstances of whatever industry decisions, in this case, for example, electric cars, that companies like Gentari, Charge EV and all this, right, that they are unwilling to invest in chargers en masse, because you just don't know what the government is planning. You think about it, right? The acquisition of land, the construction of DC chargers, to garnish up the charging station, all these cost money, right? And the return on investment is actually over a long period of time. And if the government suddenly stopped the exemption of duties, of excise duties on electric cars, what will happen to the entire industry? The entire industry will collapse, right? Your BYD Seal would end up 400,000 ringgit. Your Sea Lion would be around there as well, I don't know. The Lotus Electra will be 1.5 million, 1.6 million. Right? And your Proton Ermas will be how much? 200 over 1,000? The thing is, from the get-go, they shouldn't have gotten an exemption of duties. Now that they've got it, this is how the market has perceived their value. And if you remove it overnight, the whole industry will collapse. It will be gone. Now, a lot of you may be thinking, only the rich people are buying one. Yes, I get it. There are many ways to go around this, right? And exemption of duties on cars is actually a good thing, because in retrospect, right? Because it retains our disposable income, so that we can spend more internal spending, more consumer spending for our local industries. I don't know lah. It's just funny. All the people cannot plan stuff when you do things like that, right? It's just very, very silly. Let it run its course, right? And then you find ways to spur the economy. I mean, okay, when I say increase our disposable income, right? Let's say, for example, from 2026, okay, we slowly wean the government off excise duties. Let's say cars like, cars that people need to go to work, like MyVs, Vios, City and all this, right? Remove their excise duty, make the cars cheaper to buy, but increase their road tax, because their road tax is currently too cheap. 50, 60 ringgit, come on. They would have spent more on Zeus coffee in a week, right? Increase the excise duty, the road tax, increase to a reasonable amount. I've always said that road tax should follow the value of the car. It should follow the value of the car. 1% of the insured value should be our road tax. Alright? So if you buy a car that is 800,000 ringgit, your road tax is 8,000 in the first year. And then slowly as your car loses value, your road tax reduces as well, because road tax is a form of tax, but it should also follow that person's income levels, right? Okay, that's one thing. Now the other part would be, remove all this excise duty, our government gonna lose a lot of income. Yes, the income did not come from overseas, the income come from our own people, right? If this person earns 4,000 ringgit a month, right, buying a Myvi at 50,000 ringgit, and probably a part of that is the excise duties, you are actually taxing this person. Okay, let's say you still tax the excise duty, but the excise duty, the amount of the excise duty actually can be claimed back when this person buys a house, right? When she buys a home, a rumah Selangor or whatnot, right? A reasonable home, that money stays in the country. If you just remove the excise duty, I get it, you remove the excise duty, wow, things are cheaper now. They go and buy handbag, LV, Gucci and all that nonsense, and then the money fly to France, fly to Italy, then we don't get to reap the benefits, right? But what kind of spending actually retains the money in the country? Property. So that the money that you pay for your excise duty can be put forth as a down payment, part of the down payment for when you buy a house. Wouldn't that be brilliant? Because property industry, don't forget that property industry benefits a lot of local stuff, right? The cement factories, the wirings, the lightings and all that, it spurs the entire industry. And I think if you want to continue collecting excise duty, be smart about it. Create some form of integration that spurs local spending. That is one way. Another thing, your charges, your policy of charges, make the stamp, reduce the bureaucracy, right? Make it easy for anyone that wants to install a public charger and make money off it. Use the guidelines. It's like putting a vending machine, right? If an individual can put a vending machine here or there and then make money off it, right? You should also allow people to do that with chargers. That will democratize of course, big companies would object, we got the rights to do it, but you guys are not deploying fast enough, right? And if more people buy EV cars, the government need to spend less on petrol subsidies. Now come to petrol subsidies. I understand the amount of excise duty collected from a car can cover the petrol subsidies of don't know how many thousand people, right? Because petrol subsidies by all essence is a small amount. Now we understand Malaysian government, right? Malaysian government is one of the best governments out there in the world that takes care of people. Those of you who don't agree, you do not know politics enough, you did not study global governments enough, especially the Western governments. They are absolute rubbish. Alright, like what France or what Germany or Italy and all that nonsense, okay? Our government is actually very, very good and proficient in taking care of the people. And with that, I give a thumbs up, right? Especially now we have a much cleaner government, put it that way. Okay, credit to credit where it's due. Okay, they take care of us really well. The cities are wonderful. We are not a particularly rich country because Malaysians are spoiled. Malaysians are rewarded to be poor. The poorer you get, the more assists you get, the more political rights you get. That's the nature of Malaysia. But nevertheless, our government takes care of our people, and that is a very good thing. Our policies with housing and all that, right, is brilliant. The government don't even need to come up with the money, but there is the private sector under regulations that are building all the affordable homes if they want to build their expensive projects, right? All these are wonderful. Now, petrol subsidy. Government wants to help the poor. Very simple. Don't have to come up with T40, T all these things first. You want to help people, you start from helping the poorest. How? Very simple thing at the petrol station. Only motorbikes Alright? Only motorbikes, the kachais, qualify. They can pump petrol at 2 ringgit. Cars cannot. Simple. Okay, now you come to, oh, what about all the Harley Davidsons, the blah blah and all that? Never mind. It's a small volume anyway. Those big bikes are a small volume. Alright? A lot of bikers who need their motorcycle to make their living, to take care of their family, right? Grab food, Lala Move and all that. Oh, you guys need to take care of the family, you guys ride bikes, right? Okay, you guys enjoy the petrol subsidy. Only for motorbikes. Cars are not allowed. Simple. There you go. You start from there. Right? And then that will help you save a lot of money. Huge amount of money. And then slowly we solve things one by one. Another thing, even if you want to increase the fuel prices, don't do it overnight. Right? Like Badawi era, Bager suddenly from 160, 170 jump to 2 ringgit plus. The whole nation locked down, everybody queue up at the petrol station. Why you want to shock the economy? Don't do that. How long have we enjoyed 2 ringgit 05 petrol? Very, very long. Even if the government, since back then, right, every week you increase the price by 1 cent. Will it shock the market? It wouldn't. And throughout 1 year, you have 52 opportunity to raise your prices from 2 ringgit 05 to 2 ringgit 60, and it wouldn't shock the market, right? Transportation industry wouldn't suddenly increase their prices. Why? It's all about budgeting. If all these years you have budgeted your company's expenses in this manner, by suddenly jolting the petrol prices, you're gonna give a shock. You send a shock wave, and then inflation happened. I don't understand why they don't do this. Slowly increase the prices by 1 cent a week, and you would have gotten somewhere instead of what it is now, right? 2 ringgit. Anyway, yeah. Oh well. Cheers. And then people like us, we are so blessed to be doing what we do, and if we can afford the non-subsidized petrol, then we don't pump law, right? Don't burden the government law. We pay our taxes, and then we enjoy the city, enjoy the peaceful, clean city. Do you know how clean Malaysia is compared to so many countries out there, right? And driving here is so much fun. Ooh.